Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the council meeting here at Daly City. I'd like to start off with public participation. There are three ways to submit public comments. One is to submit written comments by meeting day, and two, submit written comments during the meeting, and three, attend the meeting in person. To submit comments by meeting day, you would send an email to the city clerk at dalycity.org and entitle it Public Comment. All comments received prior to 4 p.m. will be read by the council. All received after 4 p.m. would be not read into the record, out loud into the record. Number two, during the meeting, you may visit dalycity.org/agendas to submit comments using the public comment form to address the city council on a specific item or during public comment period, and such comments are delivered to the city council and city staff during the meeting and may be read into the record at the time they are received. Lastly, to speak at the meeting in person, please provide a complete speaker card located at the entrance to the council chamber and submit it to the staff or any staff member as early in the meeting as possible. Persons with disability who require auxiliary aids or services in attending or participating in this meeting should call the office of the city clerk at 650-991-8078. If we can all kindly please rise for the pledge to the flag, those of you who are able to.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all. Please be seated. I'd like to make a quick notice. We're about to conduct roll call. However, Councilmember Manalo will participate remotely pursuant to AB 2449 due to emergency circumstances. Council has to make a vote afterwards to approve it. So what I'll do is I'll ask Madam City Clerk if you can conduct roll call, and based upon where Councilmember Manalo falls in the order, then we'll proceed with the provisions of AB 2449. Madam City Clerk.
This is to excuse her, right? Yeah.
City Clerk, go ahead and call roll, please.
Ms. DiGiovanni?
Yes, definitely to allow her.
No, this is roll call. This is roll call.
Oh,
So
yes.
Present.
Present, yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
I thought we were going to vote for.
Okay.
Dr. Rod?
Present.
Ms. Perano?
Present.
Alo?
Councilmember Manalo, are you able to hear us?
Me? Oh, is it my turn? Thank you, Mayor. Hello, everyone. This is Councilmember Manalo. I'm requesting to participate remotely pursuant to Government Code Section 54953 due to emergency circumstances at this time. Mayor, I'm trying to get there as soon as possible. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Councilmember Manalo. Madam City Attorney, based upon what we've heard thus far,
So based on what has been provided under AB 2449, the council can make a motion to adopt a finding for Councilmember Ms. Manalo to participate remotely.
So move.
Second.
okay, so we have a first by Councilmember Dasmag Buwal, a second by the Vice Mayor. Before we take the final roll, for the record, I will indicate, because my name was coming next as present, so I can participate in the vote. Okay, so we'll do, should we do a roll call or?
Let's do a roll call.
Okay, roll call, please.
Ms. DiGiovanni?
Yes, absolutely. Let her participate.
Dr. Rod?
Yes.
Ms. Perano?
Yes.
Mr. Sylvester?
Glenn Sylvester, aye.
And Ms. Manalo?
Aye.
Thank you, Councilmember Manalo. Looks like the motion passes, and we will move on with the agenda.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'd like to start next with the land acknowledgement. The City of Daly City acknowledges that we are on the ancestral lands of the Ramaytush Ohlone peoples. We recognize their enduring connection to this region and honor their history, culture, and contributions. As the indigenous protectors of this land, we affirm their sovereign rights as the original inhabitants of this land and pay respects to the ancestors, the elders, and relatives of the Ramaytush Ohlone peoples. Okay, the first item on the agenda is presentations. And the first presentation, looks like the only presentation we're going to have this evening is the second annual Earth Bookmark Contest winners. If I can have Sonia Singhal of Republic Services, is she here? Oh, hi. Would you kindly come up to the front, please? Thank you. Good to see you this evening. Thank you so much for being here. In celebration of Earth Day, Republic Services, in partnership with the City of Daly City and the Daly City Public Library Associates, invited kindergarten through fifth grade students to participate in the second annual Earth Day bookmark contest. This year's theme, Earth First, which encouraged students to creatively express how they care for our planet while supporting the Clean Daly City Initiative, which promotes community pride, environmental stewardship, and awareness of the impacts of illegal dumping. For those of who don't know, Vice Mayor Teresa Perano and myself, along with staff and Republic Services, also serve on Daly City's Illegal Dumping Task Force. We value opportunities to encourage and connect with Daly City youth through educational outreach and efforts like this contest. Tonight, we are proud to recognize the contest winners. Republic Services originally planned for 4 recognition levels, but thanks to a generous donation from our Vice Mayor, Teresa Perano, an additional 10 students were selected and recognized for their outstanding artwork. For those with us this evening, bookmarks are available to take. For those watching from home, bookmarks will be available at all 4 Daly City Library branches in the coming weeks. While not all winners are able to join us this evening, we would like to showcase everyone's achievements and showcase their creative designs. Before we recognize the winners, I would like to welcome Sanya Singhal from Republic Services for brief remarks. Sanya, you have the floor.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Vice Mayor. And thank you, council members.
Is your mic on? Is it green?
Is
Your
it too
mic?
tall for me?
Oh, it's okay. Okay.
Maybe this is better?
That-
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Mayor, Vice Mayor, council members, city staff. This has been an incredible project to work on as our second annual bookmark contest. And if it's okay with you, I would love to have the rest of my team up here with the general manager, Melissa King, and our Sam Talarigo, who I think most of you know, without whom the contest would not be possible.
Absolutely. Please come on up, please.
Start the presentation.
So,
Thank you.
okay, so please, welcome. It's good to see you again. And Mr. Talarico, a pleasure to meet you, sir. I know you folks are just down the block. I'm gonna have to stop by sometime and just pop in and say hello. But it won't be at 5 o'clock in the morning when you folks are really working and already at it. At this time, if you would kindly stand by, I'd like to turn this over to our Vice Mayor, Teresa Perano, to read the names. Is this okay? Is this in order? Are we going in correct order? Okay. All right. So Vice Mayor, how did you want to do that?
Should I? Excuse me.
Oh, read the
Since
names.
do you want us to go down and give them out, or just announce them and ask them to come up, then give them out?
You can go ahead and announce them.
Okay, very good. This is a great honor to be able to announce these 11 names, and I personally am inspired by your artwork, so thank you for sharing. Bethany Latosa, please come up, and you can come up here on the steps, right here. Thank you. Right here. Thank you. Cecilia Lee, you're right there. Stand right next to, turn around. There you go. There you go. Our next winner is Cecilia Lee. Is she here today? We'd like to thank her as well. Holly Hart Degen. Holly. Josephine Yamaguchi. Kaya Kavlin Serenas. Kimberly Peria Martinez. Kira Tawi. Kira. Pedro Castro. Shahad Aladi. Sienna Sieg Miller. And our last one is Zakaria Al-Shabi.
All right, and next we'll have the third place winner, Sarah Daga. Sarah? Oh. And then we have our second place winner, Thun Dador Haiki.
Place. Oh,
And our first place goes to CeeLo Lee Lee. CeeLo. Sanja? Did you want to make a statement as to what the program was about or something? I kind of detected that you wanted to say something and I may have cut you off. Did you want to talk about these kids or say anything?
for parents.
I'm okay.
You sure?
We'll push her.
I'll say a little bit.
Okay. So basically, okay, you're talking to everyone. Okay.
Yeah. So thank you so much for participating in this. It's a program that is very near and dear to our hearts. Like Mayor and Vice Mayor mentioned, illegal dumping is something that we are all very focused on within the city of Daly City. And on top of that, we are in the world of sustainability, and so trying to keep our earth clean and Daly City clean. It matters a lot. So thank you so much for participating, because it means if you are thinking about it at your age today, as you get older and further down into adulthood, you will always care about sustainability and put Earth first. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sandra. Those are very inspiring words because as each name was called, I was thinking about that. So we kind of set the foundation. So as they grow older, they're cognizant of garbage and refuge. And this is very, very important. Okay, so we're not done yet. We got certificates for each one of you. Okay, so we're going to come down there and hand you the certificates. Okay. I guess Sandra's pretty. I'll give it to Sandra to give it out because I was going to split it up. Come on, let's all go down.
Come on, guys. So I just, these things have 11. Do you have special amounts for the winners? Where should we go? Yeah, let me ask. Wait, 1, 2, 3.
Where do you want to go?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Good, Sandra.
So we could see her,
There you go. Sandra, can you help me? And
Of course.
please.
Of course, of course.
And
Oh,
you
absolutely.
probably. Oh, Teresa.
Oh, yeah.
She has some as well. Let me see. Oh, here. I'll give you those.
thank
And give
you.
some to Talarico. So maybe you can help distribute them to some of them. Okay, listen for your names, okay?
Bethany.
Bethany?
Bethany?
We can come to you.
Here you go, Bethany. Congratulations.
No, take it. We'll take a picture. Okay, here's a-
Cecilia.
I think not.
Holly. Congratulations, Holly. Josephine. Congratulations. Kaya. Congratulations, Kaya. And Kimberly. Congratulations, Kimberly.
Zakaria? Sarah? Cecilia? Oh, sorry, Cecilia. Filoli. Sorry.
Look at them. Betty.
Hey, you're here.
I'll come up there on the top.
Karen, is that good?
Yeah, I like that.
Oh. Well, you want to step forward. There we go.
Okay.
Can you see the mom?
Yes, I believe I can see them all now.
Right?
Okay,
big smiles,
Okay.
everyone.
All right, congratulations.
This is for you. Or do you want to, how do you want to do it?
Well, you do that, then I'll know who to give these to.
Perfect. Okay, this one's for you.
What was your stuff?
Second, Stella. And Sarah. Good job. Congratulations. Yeah. And so, yeah.
So, yeah. Well, it's.
Hey, Stella, look at this. Look at you.
You can use this in ceremony at any. I better say it. Oops. I just want to let the children know that these are, we purchased these through Ceremony Shopping Center, so you can buy at any store in Ceremony, okay? Do you guys want to do one more picture? Yeah? Okay, one more picture. Come on, Bear. Okay, you guys squish over, come on, come this way. Yeah, that way.
Everyone ready? Smiles. 1, 2, 3.
Good job. I see a lot of young girl artists. Yeah. It's amazing. Good job. Congratulations to the parents.
Okay, this one. Back.
Great job.
Back to the back.
I know.
Hi, Sandra, yes.
Yeah, sorry. We brought a bunch of bookmarks on the sides, so
Oh,
Oh, wow.
yeah. Anytime if you guys want to pick up some, yeah.
Oh, that'd be great.
Thank you, Sandra. Okay.
Thank you.
Good night.
Have a good evening,
Yeah.
good night.
Keep it going.
Good night, thank you.
Congratulations.
Have a good summer break, everyone.
Yeah.
Felicidades.
It's like summer break starts.
How fun, huh?
That's always fun. Oh my gosh, you made her day. Fun. Being able to go to ceremony. Yeah. Oh.
Thank you so much.
So there were schools from all over Daly City? Oh. Hmm?
That was very much. Very much. Okay, thank you all. Thank you. What a great event and acknowledgement, and definitely for our younger students and Councilmember Manalo. I never took notice, but a lot of young female artists. Wow, I didn't even, I wasn't even looking.
Well,
but-
because I came in later and when I walked up and I was like, I just saw a whole sea of
Wow.
young women artists.
All right.
That's pretty amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
Absolutely. All right. The next item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes. And this is from May 11th. I think we had a discussion on this the last time. And Madam City Clerk, thank you for providing the minutes verbatim and to the best as possible. So with that being said, so is it the May 11th? Because the meeting prior, I think we had put the minutes on hold, if I'm not mistaken.
The minutes for the last meeting will be on the next agenda. So
Okay,
we'll-
be on the next, okay, all right, thank you, Madam City Clerk. So any thoughts or further on approving the minutes of the regular meeting of May 11th, 2026?
Mr. Mayor, I think I would actually lean on Vice Mayor. She had the request last time to revisit the minutes, so I would ask her opinion on this.
I'd like to thank Annette for taking care of this request. I appreciate it. So thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So with that being said, I'll entertain a motion to accept the approval of the minutes for the regular meeting of May 11th, 2026.
Motion to approve?
Motion by Councilmember Manalo, second. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Vice Mayor Perano. Any further discussion? All those in favor of approval of the minutes for May 11th to 2026, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions?
I'll abstain.
Dr. Rod. Dr. Rod.
Abstain, since I was absent. from that meeting.
Okay, Dr. Rod, we have one abstention. Madam City Clerk, did you catch that? Okay, thank you very much. So the minutes have been approved. Thank you. The next is the approval of the
If I may,
agenda.
Mr. Mayor, just through the chair, I just want to note for the record that Councilmember Manalo is here in person for the record.
Thank you, Madam City Attorney.
And I think it's noted that 7:25, is that about right? Okay, great, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam City Attorney. All right, the next item number 3, the approval of the agenda. I received a request by Councilmember Di Giovanni that she would like to pull items 8, 10, and 12. Are there any other items that my colleagues would like to pull from the consent agenda?
Mr. Mayor, for procedure, I think first and foremost, we have to do the approval of the formal agenda, like just a regular approval of agenda
how did
number
I-
3.
Approval of the minutes. You're right. Thank you. How did I jump? Okay, wow. Wow. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get out of here quick tonight. Item number 3, the approval of the agenda for regular meeting of June 8th, 2026. That's tonight's agenda.
Motion to approve?
Motion by Councilmember Manalo. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilmember Dasmag Boal. Any further discussion? All those in favor of approval of the agenda, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, the approval of the agenda has been approved. At this time, I'd like to open up for oral comment from the public. Do we have any cards, Madam City Clerk? No, we don't. No cards. All right, so we're going to close oral comment at this time. Now we move on to the consent agenda. So why don't I just start all over? Councilmember, for the record, Councilmember Di Giovanni has requested to pull 8, 10, and 12. Are there any other items that council would like to pull or further clarification on? With that said, I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda with the exception of items 8, 10, and 12.
Motion to approve
Motion by
consent
Council.
agenda, exception of item 8, 10, and 12.
Second?
Councilmember Manalo was the first. Second was Vice Mayor for the second.
Council member. I didn't say, she did. She did
Oh,
second,
was it
right?
Pam?
Yeah.
Who made the second?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay, so,
fine.
no, let the record reflect.
Okay.
Vice Mayor is acknowledging that it was you. So we have a first and a second being from Councilmember Di Giovanni. Any further discussion? All those in favor of approving the consent agenda, except for items 8, 10, and 12, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? Thank you very much, and we'll move right to item number 8, the reappointment of Daly City Bicycle Pedestrian Advisory Committee members. Mr. Chu, are you going to give this report? Okay, so that you get a heads up, I'm going to ask Councilmember Di Giovanni, is there anything particular you were looking for before Mr. Chu speaks on this?
Not in particular, I just
Okay.
thought that, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
Fine, Mr. Chu, please proceed.
Other than after, I thought it would give us the opportunity to thank the Bicycle Pedestrian Committee.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Madam Vice Mayor, members of the City Council. This item is the reappointment of Daly City Bicycle Pedestrian Advisory Committee members. The Daly City Bicycle Pedestrian Advisory Committee meets on the odd months to review proposed bikeway improvement projects, project funding applications, and to provide input on existing roadway, bikeway conditions affecting pedestrians and cycling activities in Daly City. The members are appointed for renewable 2-year terms. The committee consists of up to 7 voting members approved by the City Council. At the end of this month, there are 4 members. Their term is expiring. You can see there's Rachel Goodman, Henry Martinez, Natasha Affel, and Alan Yu. Staff is recommending the reappointment of all of them for a new 2-year term expiring June 30th, 2028. We did reach out to all the individual 4 members, and they all agreed to continue to serve. Rachel has been a Daly City resident for about 12 years, and she was initially appointed to the Daly City BPAC in January of 2019. Henry lived in Daly City for 21 years. And he serves on, has served on the Daly City BPAC since 2011. Natasha lived in Daly City for approximately 6 years, served on the Daly City BPAC since 2021. And Alan is a Daly City native. He served on the BPAC since January 2019. There is no fiscal impact associated with this recommendation. So in summary, staff is recommending the council approve the reappointment of Rachel Goodman, Henry Martinez, Natasha Affel, Alan Yu to a 2-year term on the Daly City BPAC expiring June 30th, 2028. That concludes my presentation. Happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Mr. Chu. Councilmember DiGiovanni.
Yeah, I want to thank Mr. Chu, and I see that we have one of the committee members, Alan, out here tonight. But I thought it would give us an opportunity to highlight each of us to thank them for their service to the committee, the Bicycle Pedestrian Committee. And they all, each one of them, when you read their backgrounds, have such a stellar qualifications as if they were applying for a job, more or less, in transportation, because that highly recommendation, and it shows the continuity as well for Mr. Chu and Shirley, and how the committee obviously is run very well, and the wealth of knowledge, and how they are all involved and being reappointed. I believe some of them, this is the 3rd time they've been reappointed or with their interests. So I just want to thank the committee members and Mr. Chu and Shirley and everyone, and all the wealth that they want to keep it going continuity-wise. And we are really lucky to have those people serve our community and our city. So thank you very much, and I thought it would give each of us time to thank them publicly.
Thank you, Councilmember DiGiovanni. Are there any other comments from my colleagues?
Would you like to start first?
Vice Mayor.
Go ahead.
Vice Mayor?
Well, I'd like to echo what I just heard. It is, I think, a thankless job. People don't realize how dangerous it can be to ride a bike out in the streets. And so by having this committee, I appreciate everything that you do and the time you take, because it is time and out of your busy lives to make Daly City a safer place to ride a bike. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. I think with the same sentiment, appreciation. I know that it is volunteer time that you put in, but also when I sit on CCAG and I hear that some of the work is also translated with the BPAC in the local municipalities, it's just a concerted effort together to make sure that our communities are safe. And so thank you also for lending your advice also at a larger scale, because it's all intricate together when we look at all these spaces, whether it's the city or county. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Manalo. Any, Dr. Riley?
Sure. Alan, thank you for coming on through.
Yeah.
I don't get a chance to come out and see you all at work in this committee, but I think having these type of committees, it actually casts a larger net to get more civic engagement within our community. So,
Yes.
and then just reading the small bios from each person what they contribute, that provides like an enriched texture for this type of committee. With Daly City, one of the few places that have like a BART station and bus stations and hustling and bustling, and how dense our city is. It's so important to have the eyes and ears of this committee.
Thank you, Dr. Rod. I'd like to thank the committee because the public doesn't know everything that you folks do.
Right.
However, we on council do. And I recall we had a development that is coming, well, it's still in the works for Daly City, and that's the Serramonte Views project coming down Serramonte. And I remember your committee played an important but crucial role to ensure that at least we can have the bike lanes there. Was there also a time when we were modifying the lanes and they had striped the curb going up to Serramonte Shopping Center, and a lot of folks asked, well, what's that? What's that? And it didn't have all the markings yet. Oh, that's for the new bike lane. So I want to, again, congratulate you. We see the work that you folks do.
Yeah.
And as Dr. Rod, as he was speaking and talking about engagement to ride bikes, I'm trying to think when's the last time I rode a bike. I think I was 16. So I might have to give it a try again or something, but it'll probably have to be an e-bike. But as long as we have the lanes where you can ride the bikes, that's great. So again, thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Chu, for your report. Thank you,
Yes.
Councilmember DiGiovanni, for pulling this item so that the public can gain a deeper understanding as to another aspect of Daly City. I thought I saw a bird, that's why. So thank you so much. Okay, so with that said, Councilmember DiGiovanni, did you want to make a motion to approve this item?
Yes, gladly. Make a motion to approve this item.
Okay, is there a second? Glenn Sylvester, I'll
Second.
gladly second.
Oh, Mayor?
Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The motion is passed. Thank you very much, Mr. Chu. Moving on to item number 10, accept and appropriate fiscal year 2027 mid-cycle operating and capital improvement program budget adjustments. And Mr. Nevin, and you have the floor.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor, Vice Mayor, and council members. Tonight with me this evening is the Assistant Director of Finance and Administrative Services, Amanda Halber. For item number 10, it is recommended that the City Council approve fiscal year 2027 mid-cycle operating revenue and expenditure budget adjustments and fiscal year 2027 capital improvement program budget adjustments. As background, the fiscal year 2026 and 2027 biennial operating and capital budgets were adopted by the City Council on June 9th, 2025. The fiscal year 2027 mid-cycle operating budget review is an opportunity for staff to recommend budget adjustments to reflect changes in revenue and expenditure estimates based on performance through the first year of the biennial budget. As part of the fiscal year 2027 CIP mid-cycle update, staff have identified projects that require additional funding, as well as positions that are behind market, and an adjustment to their range would help promote more competitive recruitments. After review of the projected financial activity for the fiscal year 2027, staff identified some needs for budget adjustments as summarized in attachment A. Staff recommends an increase to the general fund budgeted revenues of $2,903,700. Revenue increases are due to updated sales tax forecasts, excess ERAF distribution projections, and previously not budgeted projections for liquidated damages. Proposed adjustments to the general fund budgeted expenditures equate to an increase of $1,044,954. Expenditures include increases to utilities, compensated time off payouts per recently negotiated MOUs, and interfund transfers for the subsidies of the streets and signals and street lighting divisions. These changes would decrease the general fund budgeted deficit by $1,858,746. Staff also recommends an increase to the non-general fund revenues of $327,795 due to adjustments in gas tax projections and interfund transfers for streets and signals and street lighting division subsidies. Proposed adjustments to non-general fund budget expenditures equate to an increase of $1,950,298 that includes compensated time off payouts per MOUs, increased costs for utilities, and estimated claims. The CIP adjustments recommended for approval are 3: city facility tie-down points for testing safety tie-down points and needed repairs. Staff is requesting an additional $75,000 from the unallocated general CIP funds from Fund 333. Imagination Station pergola repair. For a complete redesign, replacement, and repair of various pergolas, staff is requesting an additional $250,000 from the unallocated Civic Center funds from Fund 443. City Hall roof replacement. For increased cost of City Hall roof replacement, staff is requesting an additional $575,000 from the unallocated Civic Center funds from Fund 443. Staff also recommends the following position changes. Just one city engineer, salary range from U112 and assigned to range U116 of the miscellaneous unrepresented salary schedule, effective the first full pay period of July 2026. Adjust one senior civil engineer from range U095 to range U100 of the miscellaneous unrepresented salary schedule. Reclassify one recreation services supervisor to one recreation services coordinator and maintain at range X025 of the ASME salary schedule. And lastly, for the position changes, reclassify one senior services specialist to one active adult senior services supervisor within Measure Q and maintain at range U037 of the miscellaneous unrepresented salary schedule. Staff recommends appropriating a total of $3,231,495 in citywide operating budgeted revenues and $2,995,253 in citywide operating budgeted expenditures. Again, of the total budgeted general fund revenues would increase by $2.9 million and budgeted general fund expenditures would increase by just over $1 million. Non-general fund budgeted revenues would increase by $327,000 and budgeted expenditures would increase by just over $1.95 million. Details of the increases can be found in Attachment A. Staff also recommends to appropriate $75,000 from unallocated general CIP funds from Fund 333 and $825,000 in unallocated Civic Center funds from Fund 443 for the capital improvement projects found in Attachment A. No additional funding is needed for fiscal year 2027 for the position changes, as salary savings from the vacant positions will be utilized. Staff recommends City Council adopt a resolution to accept and appropriate the recommended fiscal year 2027 mid-cycle operating and capital improvement program budget adjustments outlined in Attachment A and approve the position changes. Staff is available to provide any additional information desired by the mayor and council members. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Nevin. Councilmember DiGiovanni, I'll let you go first since you pulled this item.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So thank you, Mr. Nevin, and thank you both because it was very detailed, as usual, which is really great. Mostly for the public, Would you mind explaining to the importance of since seems to be highlighted in everywhere we go, the gas tax, and how we use the gas tax here to help in the city? Would you mind explaining that? And then secondly, I actually see a pretty good expense here as I was going down the list, and I saw for the first time, one of our libraries is getting something, I think it's 35,000 or something like that. So would you mind, I was actually happy to see that. So what that is as well and how that came about. But they're the only two. And then plus, thank you for the hard work and very detailed report, which is excellent. Thank you, Mr. Nevin. Thank you both.
Thank you. Thank you for the questions. I'll start with the answer to the second question first. And while I'm answering the second question regarding the library item that you mentioned, I'll invite Director Chu to come up and talk about gas tax in a moment.
Oh, okay.
But thank you for highlighting the library addition. It is actually an exciting thing that we're looking at with council's approval. And the $35,000 is for a remote holds locker.
Oh.
And that would be placed at Ceremony Library. So individuals, patrons can put items on hold. And we'll have a locker in front of Ceremony Library
wow.
for people to utilize when libraries are not open. So they can come early in the morning or late in the evening and get a book or other resources that they had on hold. The locker has 39 separate compartments for holds.
Oh, wow.
And this would be the first of maybe a few of these that we hope to purchase in the future. But this is the first time that we'll have something like this at the libraries.
That's exciting.
Yeah. And
Thank you,
Director Chu?
That's actually exciting. So they start there and maybe we can get to all the libraries, right?
This is the first and right, basically a pilot.
And we'll keep moving towards the libraries. Hopefully one day be open on Saturdays. Thank you, Mr. Chu.
Yes, thank
I
you.
want people to know the importance of the gas tax for the city.
Yes, yes. Thank you for the question. For the most part, gas tax funding is used to put back into the roads for the operations of the roads, and then
Yes.
also for our paving projects and our slurry seal projects. Those are all funded with gas tax as well as other potential funding sources. Sometimes we get grant money as well. But it basically goes back into our roads.
Yeah. Yeah, because I tried it when people say the gas tax, and then they say, oh, let's eliminate the whole thing. I said, it actually affects Daly City. I said, if that seems to be a discussion. So I appreciate you explaining it so that the public will know the importance for us as a city to make sure that we are able to fund what needs to be funded with that gas tax. And I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you both, and thank you, Mayor. Those are the two specifics. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Councilmember DiGiovanni. I believe there was one more item. No, before we move on to the next item, was there a third question? I thought you had three of them.
No, I think it was just
gas
two.
Tax,
Gas tax
the
and
library.
the library.
And was there another one?
No.
I tried to make
I
it.
said, thank you, Mayor. Not that I can remember. Oh, another item or another?
Another on this same topic.
Oh, no.
On the budget. Nothing? You have
Other
a question
than
about?
if my colleagues,
Okay. Oh, Vice Mayor, okay.
Thank you, Mayor.
Sure.
No, just piggybacking on Councilmember Pamela Di Giovanni. We do have one Saturday library open. It's Westlake Library. And Saturday from 10 to 5.
Right. We're hoping we move.
Absolutely, absolutely. Little by little, we're working
Thank
on
you.
it. You're welcome.
That was the one that was missing. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Thank you all so much. With that being said, Councilmember DiGiovanni, did you want to make a motion?
I'd like to make a motion to approve this item,
Item number 10.
item number 10.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilmember Dasmak Boal. Any further discussion? All those in favor of approving item number 10, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The motion passes. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to item number 12, authorize the city manager to execute an amendment to the police department's Axion agreement to include their automated license plate reader cameras. Chief, how are you, Chief? Thank you so much.
I'm great, Mayor. How are you?
Very good, sir.
Good. Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and City Council. This evening, staff is recommending Council authorize the city manager or designee to execute an amendment to the Police Department's Axon Master Services and Purchasing Agreement to include Axon's automated license plate reader and camera solutions through Measure Q funding that was previously appropriated for related technologies. In November of 2023, City Council authorized our city's license plate reader program expansion to include 88 fixed ALPR cameras between two contracts, with one expiring this time next year, May of 27, and the other expiring in December of 27. In June of 2025, the police department entered a 10-year agreement with Axon for police technology. Axon recently released a fixed camera with license plate reader technology that would integrate with our current software that we have through Axon, improving efficiency for use in our intelligence center. Axon has offered competitive pricing and an opportunity to pilot the new technology at no cost. The police department complies with the California Civil Code section 1798.90.5 through .55. Regarding ALPR technologies, public agencies are required to provide an opportunity for public comment at a regularly scheduled meeting of the agency's governing body before implementing or modifying an existing program. Our city has experienced positive results for community safety and crime reduction because of our license plate reader program. We currently have the 88 license plate readers mentioned strategically placed throughout the city focused on crime prevention. Over the last 2 years, they have assisted with over 400 cases, including recovery of missing people as well as arrests of individuals involved in criminal activity. Axon has been a provider of hardware and software for our department for many years, and in June of 25, Council supported the 10-year renewal agreement to include future access to newly developed technology. We have utilized Axon dash cameras with the license plate reader technology for several years, yet they recently released their fixed camera with license plate reader technology. Their fixed solution operates in the same software as the mobile solution and more efficiently integrates in the platform heavily utilized by officers in the field and within our real-time intelligence center. All security and policy requirements governing department use will apply to these systems, ensuring best practice and adherence to state and local laws. Most of these we will not share with federal agencies, will comply with SB 34, SB 54, the California State and Values Act, with a 1-year retention, required training, monthly auditing, as well as the need to know and right to know access for any use. We are receiving 2 license plate reader camera options from Axon as part of the agreement. The Outpost, which is a compact solution similar to our existing solution, and the Light Post, which is a larger pan tilt zoom camera that mounts on existing city light poles. Both solutions allow live view monitoring for critical awareness by our intelligence center, enhancing officer response for improved safety while also utilizing vehicle license plate reader technology. Axon is offering competitive pricing at a no-cost pilot through a phased approach for the Outpost Light Post solution. We will receive 40 Outpost cameras and 6 Light Post PTZ cameras in fiscal year 26-27 now for trial, and the remaining 50 Outpost cameras for trial in fiscal years 27-28. We will also receive 9 donor Outpost cameras, which we can share with community businesses or stakeholders to address targeted enforcement as identified and needed. In total, we are receiving 99 Outpost cameras and 6 Light Post PTZ cameras. During the trial phase, we will evaluate the reliability, performance, and integration with existing software for efficiency, allowing us to determine the best solution for camera and license plate reader technology moving forward. Our existing license plate reader contracts and this agreement for the Axon solution align following the trial period, so no additional funding is expected. This agreement also covers upgrades and support costs for the equipment throughout the agreement's full term. The agreement is structured to provide an estimated discount of nearly $2.6 million over 9 years, as well as additional savings from reduced contract costs compared to our existing solution. This agreement includes a no-cost pilot of Axon's fixed ALPR solutions through June of 2027, If the pilot is successful, the first payment of $120,000 will be due in June of 2027. The subsequent payment of $240,000 will not be until September of 2028, followed by a 4% cost of living adjustment each year thereafter for the remainder of the agreement. The total estimated cost of the 9-year agreement with Axon is $2,005,283. Currently, funding is available in fiscal year 27 Measure Q funds appropriated during the last budget cycle to support the initial $120,000 payment. The remaining years of the agreement will be included in future budget requests. Staff recommends co-terming this agreement with the department's existing 10-year Axon agreement, which was executed in June of 2025. That concludes the presentation. Staff's available for any questioning.
Thank you, Chief. I'll start off with Councilmember DiGiovanni for any questions.
Thank you, Mayor. No, I wanted to take this opportunity again for the public to know how important it is and how successful. First of all, thank you for your leadership in all this. Sure. The license plate readers have been in our city to catch the criminals that come in here from other cities, and how successful they have been and save the safety of our officers and the public. If you don't mind highlighting that part of why they're essential, and that now you always go above and beyond when you do your homework, when you present an item. So I can't thank you enough, and the city manager, because you do a lot of due diligence and research before you bring something to our city. And I'm very proud that Daly City PD and our city manager only make sure that we have exactly what is going to be for the public safety and for our officers as well, and our firefighters and everyone involved. So I just thought that this would be an opportune time. And if you could just let the public know a little bit about how successful our license plate readers have been for safety, then they know. They hear about them, but they don't really know. I would appreciate it. Just a little thing about that. That'd be great. Thank you, Mayor. And then a big thank you is another reason I want people to know that we have the best police chief and the best PD, and our city manager has been very supportive. So thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, great question. So the license plate reader system, we've had in place for about 2 years now. Like I mentioned in the staff report, they're strategically placed throughout the city, targeting high traffic areas, oftentimes associated to retail theft, which was a lot of what drove this initial request, was through the grant that we received through the state for the organized retail theft grant, which started the program itself. In the staff report, I had talked about nearly 400 cases, and that's just over 2 years. Yeah. There's state databases that are connected to the license plate reader program that either track stolen vehicles wanted for felony crimes, that are entered through a law enforcement investigation by a law enforcement entity. So if there's vehicles entered in those systems, we'll get immediate notification if any of those vehicles enter any part of our city that triggers one of the license plate readers. It also is attached to the missing and unidentified person system, what we call MUPS. So anybody that has been through a missing persons investigation entered by a law enforcement agency into that national database system will also trigger if it's attached to the vehicle as well. So it's helped us recover missing persons, as well as identify those that have been identified through ongoing and current investigations by a law enforcement agency. So we're being triggered not only for those types of situations and allowing us to identify, again, it gives us a general proximity. It tells us the location of where the vehicle hit the given camera, but then it's on the officers themselves or now our intelligence center to do additional research to figure out where they were possibly headed. So oftentimes for retail theft purposes, if there's a vehicle that we know is associated with a retail theft, if it triggers somewhere around one of our major business locations, typically that's where we'll first go to make sure that that person's not necessarily going to those locations to try and commit similar crimes.
Thank you.
So
Thank
that's
you,
the way we're utilizing those systems now.
Thank you, Chief, and thank you to the mayor and for my colleagues.
Thank you, Councilmember DiGiovanni. Any other questions? All right, I have a few comments I'd like to make. First of all, a request that the chief had made mention of the ORT,
Organized retail theft.
organized retail theft, to which Daly City, excuse me, along with San Bruno PD, and if I'm not mistaken, San Mateo,
Correct.
received a grant, but I'm kind of going off a little off of the topic at hand, but I would ask that perhaps, Chief, you can provide basically a report on how well that system has worked for us and where some of the funding has went. Apparently, I was invited to, as a stakeholder, to be interviewed about the program, and I had to get my facts together. The interview is coming up, but the chief provided outstanding stats on what the program has done through the state. And I think that as council, if any of you have ever visited our RTIC Center, you will see the use of technology at its finest. And as Councilmember DiGiovanni says, without our support and the leadership of the chief, his staff, and our city manager, in a way, I worry about big brothers watching, but I've always been of the opinion that if you've done nothing wrong, you fear no one. So if we can agendize that item, that the chief, you can bring us the stats and let us know so that council can really see, because the ALPR is just one very small part of it. And then when you talk about the PTZ cameras, pan, tilt, and zoom, and especially important at our retail centers. And you said that some is going to be allotted to put aside for just the retail centers, which I think it's excellent because, and the collaboration we have with the other cities,
Yeah.
they come from other cities to come to Daly City. But we've seen the use of technology. I believe we had the homicide that occurred recent, and we found the suspect within a very, very short amount of time. So this is very good news, but I don't want to steal all that thunder. So I just wanted to say, so you're asking for an approval VIA through Measure Q funds, I wrote down 2.6, but you later on says 2 point, and it looks like 0.5, not 2.6. So we're saving 500,000 over 9 years with the first payment due in next year, September 2027. So this is a trial period. I say we should definitely move forward with this. So very, very good report and much appreciated. And we look forward to hearing more as to how the program is working. Okay? Go
Can
ahead,
I
Chief.
clarify one thing for you?
Please, did I say something wrong?
I'll make the savings even better for you.
Okay.
So the total cost of the contract over 9 years is just over $2 million. So $2,005,283.
Right. Okay.
The 2.659 in savings. So Axon, if you unbundled everything that we're getting and you bought it all individual line
Individual,
item cost, it was going to cost $4,600,000. So when they bundled it, they considered our relationship long-term customers of theirs as well. And then they threw in some of those donor cameras, some of the PTZ cameras to trial throughout the period of the contract as well. That's where the 2.6 million came in savings. So it was going to cost us 4.6. Now it's only going to cost us 2 because of the bundling and our relationship. But also on top of that, if we look at what we're currently paying for our existing vendor and what we project to pay for our current contract that is in front of you this evening, again, we don't know what the future holds for our current vendor, but if we were to take a nominal cost of living increase year after year based on what we're paying today, we would look at also saving about 1.3 million on top of that. So we're closer to that $4 million in savings over a 9-year contract.
Well, Chief,
Estimated.
thank you for that. That's definitely very good news to hear, and I'll leave you with another euphemism that I always have. Watch the pennies, and the dollars will take care of themselves. So, good deal.
Thank
you. All right, any other, Vice Mayor, please.
Thank you, Mayor. I just wanted to say that it's not just in retail theft I know that that's important as well. But we complain about illegal dumping, and I know it's been helping with that as well. And I'm sure that this makes, it's another tool in your toolbox to do a great job to take care of the city, Daly City, and the residents and businesses. So thank you.
Would you like me to touch a little bit on the illegal dumping? So through the Public Works Department, they have their own camera systems that is completely under the Public Works, so we don't directly have access to those for the purposes of monitoring. But what they'll do is they'll identify hot target areas where illegal dumping is frequently occurring, place cameras at those locations, and then from that, when they identify illegal dumping, they'll go back into the camera feeds, identify the vehicles, and then with the license plate readers, the camera feeds and everything else, we're identifying the vehicles, the registered owners, and then making contact with those residents. So there has been enforcement of illegal dumping, and we're getting, feedback on a regular basis from Public Works and the Illegal Dumping Task Force as well to support that effort. So thank you.
Vice Mayor.
Thank you.
Thank you for bringing that up. I'm not going to steal your thunder, Mr. Chu, but again, Vice Mayor and I are on the Illegal Dumping Task Force, and a matter of fact, are we talking about that tonight? Was that on the agenda tonight? Well, anyway, something's coming, and I just wanted to let you folks know, and we attended this meeting, and for the chief to know, one of Mr. Chu's staff brought up a Senate bill, which I never knew existed, and this is a word of warning to the public. If you dump garbage and we fine you, and you don't pay the fine, you'll come under that Senate bill, and you can't register your car.
That's right.
So I didn't know that. I just learned that. So, all right. Well, I'm going too far off topic. Councilmember Manalo, you did you want to say something?
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you for the presentation, Chief. I think it's great when you present it and it looks like we are going to be having a cost savings, and that the trial is for no cost in that respect. I think when we looked at technology and when you brought it to council 2 years ago, we were looking at the ways technology could benefit the safety of our residents. And now I think through the data that you've shared, you've been able to find folks that have been actually, whether it's through the very initiation of all of the retail theft that was happening. And it was pretty big across California. And I know that you were working across jurisdictions during that time. But to see it now integrated in a larger system, as mentioned by the mayor as well, and having the opportunity to see how all these data points are inputted in the real-time information center, I think that's also just exactly what you mentioned, Mayor. It's a piece of a larger system that now is more integrated and also not only does the police department get to utilize it, also cross collaborations, whether it's with the fire department and public works when they need to utilize those types of technologies. So, I mean, in the other one. So it's great that we have it. Thank you for your leadership. I know you've been doing a lot of hard work on this. And that's why I say, we need to have more of our Bay Area community know the good work we're doing here, because you're doing it already. So.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Before we go, Dr. Rod, did you have something?
Mayor, we talked about this earlier when you gave me the tour of the, or was it RTIC?
RTIC.
But just for the members of the public, I know there's some people that get worried over surveillance, and they get worried of information targeting undocumented people and sharing information with ICE. But if you could just shed light on what you on this issue.
Yeah. To reassure people, that's a good idea.
Yeah, sure. So there was a law that was passed, SB 54, which is the California Values Act, that prohibits law enforcement data sharing with any federal agencies or agencies for the specific purposes of immigration enforcement. So we do not share any information or any data with any immigration entity, nor do we share with any federal agencies, and nor do we share outside of the state of California. Unless there's a warrant or an exigent circumstance that we maintain documentation of, and it has to get approved through my level. So correct, we do not share with anybody for that purpose.
Thank you for that clarification, Chief.
Absolutely, thank you.
Before we move on, I'd like to let folks know that I received, and Chief, this is kudos to you, I received a letter from the city manager of the city of San Bruno, to which Daly City PD provided a tour of our real-time intelligence center to San Bruno and their representatives, and the professionalism, openness, and willingness to share both insights and practical knowledge gave them a much clearer understanding of how this technology can support local government in delivering services in a more effective and innovative ways. So the letter goes on to state some other good points, but I want to say thank you so much, Chief. I mean, you provided the council to come visit the RTIC, and we talk about it all the time. We're very, very proud of it. We're very proud of it. You walk into RTC, it's like you're in the movie house. You know, it's so dark in there. Why is it so dark? Well, you got to see the screens, and oh my goodness. So if you haven't, make an appointment with the chief.
That's it.
All right. So we'll move on, ladies and gentlemen. Any further before we take a vote on this? Councilmember DiGiovanni, you
Yeah,
have the
probably, we would like to approve the item number 12, please.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
Is there a second? Glenn Sylvester, I'll second. Any further discussion? All those in favor of approving item number 12, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? The motion has been approved. Thank you very much, Chief.
Thank you so much.
All right. So that's the end of the consent agenda. Next is item number 14, public hearing, notice of lien and special assessment to rental property. Mr. Nevin, how are you, sir?
Good evening again. Thank
Okay.
you, Honorable Mayor, Vice Mayor, and council members. Item number 14 is a public hearing regarding a notice of lien and special assessment to rental property. It is recommended that the City Council approve the notice of lien and special assessment to rental property for properties included in the attachment with the County of San Mateo for all unpaid business license, rental property taxes, and penalties. On June 25th, 2012, the City Council entered into an agreement with the County of San Mateo to impose lien assessments on real property for unpaid business licenses for rental properties. This agreement was approved by Resolution Number 12-99, Daly City Municipal Code, Chapters 5.16.050 and 5.04.030 requires that all commercial and residential rental property pay license tax based on gross rental income collected. Notices were sent on May 13th, 2026 to the rental property owners in an effort to bring them into compliance. Proper notice of the public hearing was published by the Office of the City Clerk. Notices of intent to lien rental property were mailed to past due and unresponsive property owners included in the attachment. This notice provided the property owners the opportunity to clear the possible lien and validate the information provided by the County of San Mateo. All unpaid taxes will be assessed on the upcoming fiscal year 2027 property tax bill if they have not been paid to the City of Daly City by July 8th, 2026, 1 month from now. In the current fiscal year 2026, projected revenue collection of unpaid business license rental property tax from the County of San Mateo is approximately $161,320. Staff recommends the City Council conduct a public hearing and approve the notice of lien and special assessment to real property for properties listed in the attachment. Staff is available to provide any additional information desired by the mayor or council members. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Nevin. We'll open up to questions of Mr. Nevin, then we'll open it up to public for comment. Any questions thus far from Mr. Nevin? Mr. Nevin, I have one. It's probably easier. On the property tax that we collect, how much do Daly City actually get? What percentage? Am I correct that most of it goes to the state and the county before it trickles down to us and we get only, I'm guessing 2 to 3%?
So when the property taxes are assessed,
Yes.
you're correct. We do get a portion of that.
Right.
Now, but what is owed to the city and what is actually billed on the property taxes for each parcel is paid out to the city at the level of 100%, meaning that what is billed, the city receives in revenue.
Okay.
So what happens in that case is that since the county collects it on our behalf, if there are any delinquent properties that don't pay, the county will go after those accounts and try to get them, and they will then take any penalties or interest themselves. The county will receive that. But up front, the city receives 100% of what is on the property tax bill.
Got it. All right. $161,320 is what we stand to gain if we probably have already gotten it, but
Technically, we should have received this business license tax this fiscal year, and we did not. So this is being assessed on the next property tax bill, and then we will receive that in the following year when the county pays us for those bills.
thank you. All right, any other questions for Mr. Nevin? I'll now open it up to the public for comments. Madam City Clerk, do we have any cards? No card. Request a motion to close public comment.
Motion to close?
Second.
We have a first and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Well, it's unanimous. I'll entertain the motion to accept item number 14, notice of lien and special assessment to rental property. Glenn Sylvester, I'll make the motion.
Second?
We have a first and a second. Any further discussion? And may I have a roll call, please?
Ms. DiGiovanni?
Aye.
Dr. Rod?
Aye.
Ms. Perano?
Aye.
Ms. Manalo?
Aye.
Mr. Sylvester?
Glenn Sylvester, aye. Thank you very much, Mr. Nevin. That motion
you.
has passed. Okay, item number 15, public hearing on proposed turnkey design build energy efficient improvements to the city-owned facilities and associated financing agreement. I think, does this come under your purview, Dr. Rod, maybe? Might be something with PCE or something, if it is. I think about you. Mr. Chu and Mr. Fornés, you have the floor.
Good evening, Mayor and members of City Council. The item before you is a public hearing on a proposed turnkey design-build energy efficiency improvements to city-owned facilities and associated finance agreement. Staff recommends that the City Council conduct a public hearing regarding the proposed energy efficiency improvement project and associated financing agreement. Adopt a resolution awarding a design-build contract to Sizerco Energy Solutions, Inc. for HVAC, LED lighting, and other energy efficiency improvements at War Memorial Community Center, John Daly Library, Westlake Library, and the Public Works Corporation Yard. Adopt a resolution approving a tax-exempt equipment lease purchase agreement with Webster Public Finance Corporation for a 10-year term to finance the energy efficiency improvement project, and approve the consolidation of 3 capital improvement program projects accounts into a single CIP project and rename the project City Facilities Energy Efficiency Improvement Project Fiscal Year 26-27. On May 11th, 2026, the City Council set June 8th, 2026 as the date for a public hearing regarding the proposed turnkey design-build energy efficiency improvements to city-owned facilities and associated finance agreement. The notice of public hearing was published in the newspaper and posted at War Memorial Community Center, John Daly Library, Westlake Library, and the Public Works Corporation Yard. In 2025, the city initiated discussions with Sizerco Energy Solutions, Inc. and Energy Service Company of Fremont, California, to provide comprehensive services for energy improvement projects. Staff levered best value contracting as permitted by California Government Code Section 4217.10, which states to help implement the policy set forth in Section 25008 of the Public Resource Code and to extend that policy to facilities of local governments, public agencies may develop energy conservation, cogeneration, and alternate energy supply sources at the facilities of public agencies in accordance with this chapter. Aligned with the Daly City's Climate Action Plan, the Daly City Green Vision 10 for 20, the proposed scope of work will contribute to energy conservation efforts, thereby reducing energy consumption and our carbon footprint. Sizerco Energy Solutions proposal date March 9, 2026 identifies the following as a combination of energy conservation measures as the scope of work for the facilities. At War Memorial and John Daly Community Center, or War Memorial Community Center and John Daly Library, HVAC upgrades, LED lighting improvements, and plug load control systems. Westlake Library, building lighting upgrades, ceiling tile replacement, and plug load control systems. Public Works Corporation Yard, building lighting upgrades and controls, and plug load control systems. The primary objective is to implement the above ECMs, which will maximize site energy efficiency, generate operational savings, replace HVAC and lighting systems that has reached the end of their useful life, and provide increased occupant comfort. Moreover, a significant benefit of opting for the Sizerco proposal encompassing both design and construction phases, the city eliminates the need for overseeing a separate design consultant and the task of drafting documents for competitive bidding. Through the adoption of the best value contracting strategy, the project stands to achieve expedited completion and reduce staff hours compared to the conventional design bid build approach. To finance the improvements within the project, the city solicited term sheets proposals from 3 financial institutions for a tax-exempt equipment lease purchase agreement. The responses received are summarized in the table below. Staff recommends selecting Webster Public Finance Corporation. Proposal for a 10-year tax-exempt lease purchase agreement among the proposals received. Webster Public Finance Corporation offered the most favorable interest rate and demonstrated a high level of responsiveness throughout the process. The proposed energy finance agreement with Webster Public Finance Corp. Will provide financing for the energy efficiency improvements. The total financed amount is not to exceed $2,596,150 to be repaid over a 10-year term commencing on June 1st, 2027 at a fixed interest rate of 4.11%. Annual debt service payments will be included in future annual budgets.
Looks like you shared a fragment about a 4.11
through the term of the financing agreement. If approved, the following CIP accounts would be consolidated into a renamed project, City Facilities Energy Efficiency Improvement Project, fiscal year 26-27. Westlake Library HVAC and Roof, War Memorial and John Daly Library LED Lighting Project, War Memorial Community Center HVAC Project. In conclusion, staff recommends that the City Council conduct a public hearing regarding the proposed energy efficiency improvement project and associated finance agreement, adopt a resolution awarding a design-build contract to Sizerco Energy Solutions, Inc. for HVAC, LED lighting, and other energy efficiency improvements at War Memorial Community Center, John Daly Library, Westlake Library, and Public Works Corporation Yard. Adopt a resolution approving a tax-exempt equipment lease purchase agreement with Webster Public Finance Corporation for a 10-year term to finance the energy efficiency improvements, and approve the consolidation of the 3 capital improvement program project accounts into a single project and rename the project City Facilities Energy Efficiency Improvement Project, fiscal year 26-27. Staff is available to provide any additional information desired by Mayor and City Council, and we have Gabe Johnson from Sizerco Energy Solutions here to answer any questions pertaining to the project. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I'll open up to my colleagues for questions. Vice Mayor?
Thank you. First of all, thank you for the report. It was very thorough, and but it only spoke about costs, and I'm sure there's going to be cost savings once all this is implemented. And do we have an idea what that's going to be?
The return on investment is approximately 20 years, and the savings will be partially the return on investment and also the experience or the savings from non-staff hours working on the project to get it to construction, and then the management of that project while it's in construction. So there's significant savings there as well.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Councilmember DiGiovanni.
Okay.
Well, anytime we can save energy, as we know, energy costs have really gone up and we don't even know what that is. That's always still a benefit to our city. So thank you for doing so much research and then finding the right partner to work with to make sure that it'll be all our facilities, correct?
No, just.
It'll be the War Memorial Community Center,
Yeah.
Daly Library, Corporation Yard, the
Correct.
Public Works
But
Corporation
this is
Yard.
hopefully just a beginning.
Westlake Library.
Yeah.
We-
I'm thinking positive, right?
Absolutely.
Where we can move forward because anytime we can save it's the cost, it's the environment and everything else that goes with it so that we can make sure that we have as clean as possible and energy efficient. So I thank you both. Thank you, Mr. Chu, Fernese, and the partners that you're working with to work on this. And then we can get a handle on it. And then, like you said, there's cost up front, which is natural, but over the long term is where we have to look, and I like that looking forward. So I appreciate that fact as well. So I think that this particular projects will be moving on. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilmember DiGiovanni. Any other questions?
I just have a quick comment.
Dr.
Mayor.
Rod, please.
Thank you for that thorough presentation, and
Yeah.
I think I'm just glad that we're working within this decade toward, or this growth towards, or leaning towards green energy. And, the whole elephant in the room is everything that's happened in the Middle East and how it all
Yeah.
affects energy prices, and also ways that how we consume energy, and finding different ways of generating energy is something that I'm all for. So thank you.
Thank you, Doc. Oh, go ahead.
That a key aspect of all of our facility projects is to look for opportunities for energy savings and how we can incorporate that into either
Excellent.
projects that are already funded or potential projects that are funded. So
Excellent.
Thank you, Dr. Rod. Vice Mayor brought up a good question, and I really don't think I understood the answer. I'm not an expert, but when you made mention of the ROI, and what we're looking at is over 20 years, and taking the figure of 2.596 million 150, I calculate that to be 129,807.50 cents a year for each year. Is there some way that we can have, in other words, help me to understand if we did not do this project? I mean, I'm going to approve it anyway. But help me understand so that, somebody else asks me, I can show that I have some sort of knowledge as to the savings that we're generating, moving to better technology. If we stayed with the old technology, I think that would be very, very helpful. But I'm going to move forward for approval anyway, but it's just to help me have more knowledge you don't have to give me the answer tonight if you want to send it to all of us later or whatever for the time constraints. Go ahead, Mr. Chu.
Yeah, just one thing to mention, as Jeff mentioned, some of these pieces of equipment, they have reached their end of their useful life.
Okay, got it.
So we're going to have to replace them
Mm.
one way or another.
Got it, okay.
Because of that, we're obviously looking at opportunities to improve our efficiency, energy conservation as well. And so I think, Gabe, I don't know if you have some things to add in terms of the return on investment and the energy efficiencies.
Hello.
Hey, sir, how are you?
Good evening, Mr. Mayor.
Yes.
Council members. Yeah, so as Mr. Chu mentioned, it's a combination of energy conservation measures bundled up with what we call capital improvement projects. So when you blend those two together, when Jeff was talking about the 20 years, that's the combination of all those measures. Some of those measures don't provide any energy savings, like the ceiling tiles and things like that. But when you blend them together, then you get that savings to help offset that cost. And then when you look at the utility escalation over a period of time, as the rates for electricity continue to go up, then that payback starts to get shorter depending on the time frame. But our calculations have shown that there's approximate little over $2 million in total savings at about that 20-year mark. And then when we get up to about 30 years, which could be the expected life of the mechanical equipment, the HVAC equipment, things like that that have a longer life cycle, it gets up to about $4.4 million. So when you subtract the cost of the project, which is $2.6 million, the city will end up netting approximately $1.75 million in long-term savings for the project.
That answered my question. Mr. Chu, you started off end of useful life. That means we're going to have to replace those anyway, or we'd be subject to deferred maintenance to keep it running. Might as well get something new. And is it Dave?
Gabe.
Gabe. And we're always looking at 20, 25 years, but you said 30. So if I'm around 30 years, I'm going to hold you to that. Hey, my question has been answered. Thank you so much. All right. Vice Mayor, please. You're pressing too hard, Teresa. Just.
There we go. I'm on. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. The cost that we're talking about, is it repairs factor in as well? Like parts, repairs, is any of that factored in as well? I'm seeing a nod from Gabe.
The dampers and the louvers.
Oh, the repairs of that, but factored in the ROI.
In the price that we're talking about over 20 years, is there some sort of maintenance or anything built in?
Not built into the
2 million?
the project itself, but soft costs like repairs to those units, if we didn't do anything, they're not built in, but that could be a significant amount of money. And then the downtime of those facilities during that time to get the equipment. Some of those pieces of equipment have a 6 to 12-month lead time. So, but yeah, that's not included.
Thank you. Anyone else? All right, I'd like to open up the public hearing at this time.
Motion to open public hearing.
Thank you, Councilmember Manalo.
Second?
First and a second. Madam City Clerk, do we have any cards on this matter? No, we don't. I'll entertain a motion to close public hearing.
Motion to close.
Second.
First and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor of closing the public hearing at this time, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion passes. Okay, I'll entertain a motion to accept item number 15.
Motion to adopt item number 15.
Second?
We have a first and a second. Any further discussion?
Mr. Sylvester.
Glenn Sylvester, aye. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thank you so much.
Clean memory.
Okay, item number 16, accept and receive the report regarding implementation of the city's existing utility users tax as it applies to video programming services delivered through internet protocol-based technologies, including streaming services. I understand that. Okay. Rather than analog. Okay, but go ahead, please.
Thank you. Good evening again, Mayor, Honorable Mayor, Vice Mayor, and council members. Joining me again this evening is Ms. Halber. Ms. Halber and the city attorney were instrumental in bringing this item for your consideration this evening. For item number 16, staff recommends adoption of a resolution to accept and receive the report regarding implementation of the city's existing utility users tax as it applies to video programming services delivered through internet protocol-based technologies, including streaming services. For background purposes, Chapter 3.40 of the Daly City Municipal Code imposes a utility users tax, commonly referred to as UUT. These taxes are excise taxes on communications, electricity, and gas services, which is collected by the provider and remitted to the city. Under communications in the ordinance, the tax is stated to be applicable to video programming services, including those delivered via internet protocol-based platforms such as subscriptions and on-demand streaming services. Recently, in a legal case involving Disney versus the City of Santa Barbara, the California Court of Appeals upheld the application of utility users tax to streaming services. The court further held that applying the tax to streaming services does not violate the Internet Tax Freedom Act, the First Amendment, or the California Constitution, nor that the City of Santa Barbara's delayed enforcement would require voter approval or special notice under the law. Over the past 10 years, UUT revenue in Daly City for gas has increased on average about 7% per year due to increasing gas prices, while UUT revenue for telecommunications, including wired, cellular, and cable, have all been decreasing. Wired telecommunications have decreased on average by 8%, cellular telecommunications by 9%, and cable video programming by 4% annually. Specifically looking at the cable category, which is included within the video programming services of communications, this category has decreased on average 4% per year. This decrease can be attributed to the growing trend of households canceling their cable subscriptions in favor of streaming services. In 2005, cable services were in an estimated 65 million households. As of 2023, this number is estimated to have dropped to 35 million. A large portion of those households have moved to streaming services. This chart from Nielsen shows that as of March 2026, it is estimated that the monthly household viewing platform is about 20.3% broadcast, 21.4% cable, and 47.6% streaming platforms. The other 10.7% represents platforms such as video on demand, gaming, and other devices such as DVDs. While cable makes up a little more than 1/5 of the way households view video programming, the pricing is typically higher than streaming services, which start at around $7.99 per month, whereas the average standalone cable package averages around $100 per month. It is estimated that 89% of U.S. households subscribe to at least one streaming service subscription. With over 200 streaming services in the U.S. to pick from, the average estimated household subscribes to at least 4 different platforms. Based on current information, it is estimated that the general fund could see an increase in revenue with the enforcement of streaming services under UUTs of $750,000 to $1 million annually once providers are compliant. The implementation approach recommended by staff will be to issue the administrative ruling once council accepts and receives this report. Staff will then issue a notice of compliance to known streaming providers via mail and email that the city is enforcing the existing law. Providers should then begin complying with the administrative ruling and collecting the tax to remit to the city monthly. Staff is recommending enforcement be prospective and consistent with the existing law. Staff will also evaluate the need of a third-party consultant for compliance and audit support of UUT providers. The next steps would be for council to adopt a resolution to accept and receive the report regarding implementation of the city's existing utility users tax as it applies to video programming services delivered through internet protocol-based technologies, including streaming services. Once the resolution is adopted, staff will send notices of the report and enforcement to streaming providers with instructions on how to become compliant. As stated, the enforcement of the ordinance will be prospective and consistent with the existing law. The city will look into partnering with a consultant for assistance auditing the UUT providers and ensuring compliance. City staff will then begin and continue to monitor the UUT program for streaming services and update the city council on revenues received. Staff recommends the city council adopt a resolution to accept and receive the report. Staff is available to provide any additional information desired. Thank you, and that concludes my presentation.
Thank you, Mr. Nevin. I'll open it up to my colleagues. Councilmember Manalo, please.
Thank you so much, Mayor. I think these are those types of presentations we like to see. And I want to say thank you to City Attorney Zimmerman and also Ms. Halliburton and to you, Assistant City Manager Tim Nevin, because when you look at really how society has changed over time, it's really capturing where obviously it's shifted, and it makes so much sense because at one point, like, it was cable TV that everyone had. But if you look nowadays, it's true. Not only do people utilize one streaming service, they actually use multiple platforms. And seeing where we're at as far as, our issues with VLF and everything, I think that this is something, this is a really great find to be able to ensure that our revenues are increased and that there is actually a case study that shows it, right? And so, this is really, because we know that with our general fund, we're able to provide the resources our community needs on a daily basis, right? So I see this as definitely an opportunity, and I look forward to implementing this. Thank you for the report. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember. If I might just respond to something. It made me think of, as you mentioned, our general fund revenue. And as you can see from here, this is our utility users tax revenue since 2017. Just over $6 million that year, dropped below $6 million for subsequent years. And in 2025 was above the $7 million mark for utility users tax. It is our third highest revenue source behind property taxes and sales taxes for the city. So as mentioned, with potential streaming service revenue tied with UUT, that could be an additional, as we mentioned, $750,000 to $1 million. So this will help support that third largest revenue segment that we have in the general fund. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Manalo, and thank you, Mr. Nevin. Any further comments? I'd like to.
I have one question.
Oh, Dr. Rod, go ahead.
What would be the percentage, like the highest that we can, like what's the ceiling and what's the floor in terms of charging for the utility or this new utility rate for streaming?
So the tax right now is 5%.
Okay.
If we wanted to raise that, it would have to go out to the taxpayers or on a ballot to increase.
And then I have another question. How many municipalities in California have passed this?
for streaming services. It is really new.
Okay.
I don't know if you have any.
So this was challenged in Southern California, and there's a new recent Disney case.
Okay.
We'd be the first one out in this out here, but
Oh.
everybody's trying to implement it now. Santa
Got it.
Barbara is the case that does it.
Oh, yeah.
Also, for clarification, it's not a new tax.
Okay.
It is our existing tax.
Oh, so they're just applying
Just how
it.
we're implementing it.
Okay, implementing it. Okay,
Enforcement
got
of
it.
Got it.
Just a quick question. So are you saying that we were not enforcing the cable part? Or, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so we were enforcing the cable portion of it. It's just now the streaming services portion of it that's where we're kind of doing the report to go ahead and accept that's what the video programming within the ordinance.
The cable portion of what we've been collecting can be seen in yellow. So we have been collecting on a utility users tax from cable companies.
Because before it was all bundled into cable, but as people pull off and sell their own, like you want to get Disney, it's separate. That's kind of what you're saying, right?
Yeah, so since streaming services are newer within the past probably 5 to 10 years where they've really taken off, we haven't really been enforcing collecting the utility user tax on that. And so this would just be go ahead and start enforcing that through the ordinance.
You know, are they already charging the consumers and just not giving you the money? Or is that something they're going to tack on once everybody starts asking for it?
Personally, I know that it hasn't been something that they've been adding on. I think most streaming services that I personally purchase are at the $7.99, $12.99, $18.99 a month rate. This would be a local utility users tax of 5% of what they are charging households. My thought is that it will be part of their future increases on a per monthly basis, and they wouldn't add a $5 a 5% add on to that, like a when you rent a hotel room and the TOT tax will be itemized on the hotel room. This probably would not be itemized on bills. I think they'll just add it into future increases.
Got it. Thank you so much.
Excellent.
Anyone else?
No, just excellent.
I got a couple. What happens if you got both? Huh?
Yeah, so
I got cable and streaming.
Right. I do as well.
I'll be double taxed?
The city would be collecting the 5% on both of those.
Okay.
Different providers, and the providers are the ones that remit to the city.
Wow. Okay. And Councilmember Manalo made mention something about earlier for technology. I want to take you back a long time. That's to Blockbuster and Captain Video when I used to rent videos. And they went downhill because of streaming services. And nobody saw it coming. And that was the big thing now and then. Oh, boy. Yeah.
Or when Netflix was in the at Lucky's.
Yeah.
You right?
Remember? that was how they lost, because you could just go in a kiosk. They didn't.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
And I used to rent from Netflix and get like 2 or 3 movies a week. Then Netflix sent me a notice, you can keep the CDs. And then they went to streaming, but I only had 1 movie at that time. I missed out. Wow, thank you. That's it. We all, the conglomeration of everyone, we all learn from each other. I'd like to thank the both of you for, it kind of reminds me of Mr. Chu and looking under these rocks for these golden nuggets. And if you don't ask, you don't get. And I'm glad that you brought this to our attention to consider this. And it's another source of income, so I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Okay. At this time, I would like a motion to open the public hearing.
Motion to open public hearing.
Second.
Okay, first and the second. We have any cards on this matter? No cards. Entertain a motion to close.
Motion to close.
Second.
First and the second. Okay, on the motion number 16 regarding the city's existing utility users tax as it applies to video programming services delivered through internet protocol-based technologies, including streaming services, may I have a motion? Did we do that already? Motion to approve?
No.
Rose says we did. Oh, no, we didn't. Okay. Is it you, Councilman?
I'd like to make a motion to approve.
Vice Mayor Perano makes the motion.
Second.
Second by Councilmember Manalo. Any further discussion? May I have a roll call vote, please?
Ms. DiGiovanni,
Aye.
Dr. Rod,
Aye.
Ms. Perano,
Aye.
Ms. Manalo,
Aye.
Mr. Sylvester.
Glenn Sylvester, aye. Thank you very much.
You.
Thank you.
Thank you. Since 1998. No. Since 1998.
All right, moving on to ordinances, number 17. This is the second reading on ordinance number 1492, adding Chapter 2.34 and amending sections of Title II of the Municipal Code regarding boards and commissions. And I'll turn it over to City Attorney, Ms. Zimmerman.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and members of the City Council. This item came for introduction before the council at the last regularly scheduled meeting. This is the second reading of ordinance number 1492, adding Chapter 2.34 and amending sections of Title II of the Municipal Code.
Thank you, Madam City Attorney. Any comments or questions regarding the second reading? Okay, do I open this up for public hearing as well? Not a public hearing. Right, this is second reading, okay. So I'll entertain a motion to approve ordinance number 1492, adding Chapter 2.34 and amending sections of the Title II of the Municipal Code regarding boards and commissions. I would gladly make that motion.
Second.
So we have a first and a second. Any further discussion? May I have a roll call vote, please?
Ms. Giovanni,
Aye.
Dr. Rod,
Aye.
Ms. Perano,
Aye.
Ms. Manalo,
Aye.
Mr. Sylvester.
Glenn Sylvester, aye. As a final comment, I would like to thank the Vice Mayor and City Attorney and staff, and of course, with the leadership of our city manager. We basically spoke and we want to get our commissions together and full so that we can handle the business of the city at hand. And we try to offer the tools and the mechanism for them. We know it's a volunteer position, but we want to really acknowledge them. And I think this is a long time work in progress by Dr. Rod and
Yes.
the commission
It was Dr.
that he brought forth before. They wanted some changes. And I'm very, very happy to see and hear that we finally come to something that is very amenable, especially to the entire dais here. And I want to say I really appreciate all the work that went into it and how we got to this point today. And hopefully, as we move forward in the future, it'll be great. It'll be great. So thank you all. Okay, the next item is appointments. Board. Speaking of appointments for board, commission, membership, committee appointments.
Mr. Mayor?
Anyone? Councilmember.
You sure? Okay. I'd like to appoint Florence Monsage, better known as Flo. Most of you know that she's an artist, and some of you were able to meet her at our Daly City Guild and History Museum when they did the dedication to her husband that passed, who gave so much in our community. And she has had an application on file for quite a while now. And so I would like to appoint Flor, and she lives in Southern Hills and is excited, and even her own artwork. She has her own studio. And also, so I think most of you have met, I think you met her at the Art and History Museum when they did her dedication for her husband.
Are you appointing to which commission?
The Arts and Culture.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I was going to ask.
Arts and Culture.
Thank you, Councilmember DiGiovanni. I don't have the current list of vacancies right now. Is there a vacancy right now?
Yes.
Oh, it is. Okay.
there is.
And Madam City Attorney, is there someone filling the position now, or is it an expired position? I don't know. Leilani?
So there's an expired position, but it's been expired for numerous years.
Got it.
And as you know, that I had sent in correspondence
Okay.
with the present person who never has responded, but it's
Okay.
for the record.
All right.
And then, but I did it out of respect.
Okay.
And to make sure there was a communication.
Right. See, Ms.
Because they've been
Picolotti.
expired, according to the date, it's been several years, actually, yeah. So there is a vacancy.
Okay, Mr. Picolotti?
Yeah, the current commissioner's been out of the country for some time, so just for the record.
Okay, thank you.
And it's been expired since 2022. There's an opening. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think that definitely falls within the provisions of you nominating a commissioner to fill that position. I think that's very, very important. And
Yeah,
we'll move along with that. Is there any other comments?
Yeah, I think I remember meeting Florence.
Yes, you did.
I think during the time then, like with the Jewish community, I think that they had called a meeting with myself up at the city manager's office years ago when they were trying to, right, Tom? I feel like she was one of the women that wanted to display her artwork. I think, Mayor, we had that email where she wants to display her artwork.
Was this recent?
Yes.
The name seemed very familiar, and I do recall
Yeah.
somebody really expressed an interest.
And,
I think
according to
we're-
her, she's met most of you already.
Okay.
Yeah, and Councilmember Manalo is correct.
Okay. What great memory. All right. Well, with that being said, as we're going through discussion right now, I would gladly second your nomination, Councilmember DiGiovanni. All right. Are there any other comments? Okay. All those in favor of appointing, was it Florence Montage?
That's correct. Montage? Correct.
For, was it Arts and Culture?
Yes,
Arts and Culture,
yes, please.
Culture Commission. Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstention? Thank you very much, Councilmember DiGiovanni. Any other board, commission, membership committee appointments?
I do, Mayor.
Dr. Rod, please.
I was wondering if I can just bundle them up, or do I have to do it by commission?
Why not? Yeah, go ahead, Dr. Rod.
I would like to reappoint Nate Ortiz to the Arts and Culture Commission, and also Perla Ibarrientos to the Personnel.
Second?
I mean, can we do that?
No, she said second.
Okay.
Bundle it, right?
Okay, so Dr. Rod is making a nomination to reappoint.
What was that?
Needs and recreation.
Oh, my bad.
Okay,
Gosh.
okay.
We were talking about arts and recreation, my bad.
Oh, which one, Dr.
Oh,
Rod?
Nate
Oh,
Ortiz for
that's okay.
recreation. I think it just got caught up because we were
Look at the
talking about arts and
yeah.
culture.
Nate, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so it's Park and Recs, Mr. Ortiz.
Yes.
Park, yeah, we were just filling that up, man. Park and Rec, okay, and Miss Perla.
Ibarrientos.
Perla.
Ibarrientos?
Yes.
I think that's Personnel Board?
Yes.
Personnel. Oh, yeah, those are both reappointments. So,
Yes.
okay, so there was a first and a second?
Yes.
Any further comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstention? Motion passes. Thank you, Dr. Rod, for your nominations.
Yeah, thanks, Dr. Rod.
Okay, do we have any others?
Not at this
Yeah, Mr. Picolotti? When it rains, it pours. Thank you. All right. Okay, moving on to reports, and I'll start off with council committees. Council committees.
Oh, well, we were on one.
We were on one?
The
Okay,
parking violations.
okay.
I find
I'll let
that
you
would
go,
count.
Vice Mayor.
So the mayor and I, as well as Assistant City Manager Tim, and Police Chief Cameron Christensen, I'm trying to think, Tom Piccolotti, I believe, was there, and myself. There was, who am I missing, Cameron?
Police Management Analyst Judy Tan,
Judy Tan,
and then Administrative Assistant Trent Waterman.
Trent Waterman, thank you. And we were there to talk about parking violations and
Oh.
fines. And that was a very interesting meeting. Looking forward for that to come forth really soon. That was a great meeting. And then with Councilmember Jesselyn Manalo, we were at the with the library, had a great meeting. And the hard part about I should start taking minutes and notes. But Assistant City Manager Tim Nevin was there, Jesselyn, city staff. Shoot, there was a long line, but if I say city staff, anyway, it was a very, and we also had, actually, did I put it here? Yes, hold on. Maybe I wrote down. Yes, Attorney Rose Zimmerman, Leilani, and Clayton from DCPLA, as well as Diodore. Nate, was Diodore's last name? Is it Nate?
Tronco.
Okay, I'm sorry. And then there was Nate from the town of Coma. So that was a very, I'll leave Councilmember Jesselyn Manala to
And
touch base
Bill.
on that. Oh, yes, Bill.
Lex.
Yes, he
The
was
phone.
there as well. It was a very interesting meeting. We discussed what the opportunities are, should they're trying, well, let's just say we're working on what we can do to bring more hours to the libraries. And it was a good meeting.
Yeah, it was, I think, a really great meeting. Also, which Assistant City Manager Tim Nevin highlighted earlier today around the drop boxes.
Yes.
So finding ways where there's still accessibility to our residents and users to get their books without, finding that way. Like if they don't have that time when the library is in operations, they can still grab their book, right?
Correct.
So I think that, it sounds like an Amazon model, but people are now, right, literally doing the locker model.
And my apologies, Chella Anderson, I believe you were there as well, so I'm so sorry I didn't mention you. That's when you start naming people, you always forget somebody.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the tough part. But anyway, it was a great meeting. I just
It
wanted
was
to
great.
mention those two. Thank you very much.
Anyone else for council committees?
Oh, I do.
Okay, Dr. Rod.
I've attended the Peninsula Clean Energy meeting on May 28th, 2026. So here's some highlights. Member agency engagement. PCE now has completed individual briefings with all 22 member agencies, including Daly City, to align on priorities around affordability, reliability, and local programs. Just like Natalie provided information on AB 2561, which focuses on public employees in vacant positions, they also did this report at PCE. And so they have an extreme turnover rate. Based on the San Francisco Business Times and the Silicon Valley Business Journal, is known as one of the best places to work, with an overall satisfaction rate of 91.5. Usually they say 70, a 70-point score is seen as good, so they scored a 71.5. They have over 90% of their, I think it's over 91% of their positions filled. We also voted on the Sunzia Wind Project is now serving our grid. And so one of the biggest milestones is that Sunzia Wind Project is now live and beginning to serve power into our grid. It's a large wind farm and transmission project in New Mexico that delivers clean electricity west to Arizona and California, making it one of the largest renewable projects in the country. And so PCE secured a 15-year contract for 220 megawatts of wind, which is expected to supply roughly 13% of PCE's total annual electricity needs. Rebranding from PCE to Westlight, they're still in the process, which will take the next few months. The board is acting on the Joint Powers Agreement amendment at the end of May with the name registered with the Secretary of State. Internal operations will switch over to Westlight Energy on June 26th, and they'll be relaunching a new website on June 29th. July 1 will be the official customer launch when residents will start seeing Westlight Energy in names and emails, websites, and public communication. And it's a full rebrand campaign, digital and print ads, bus ads, and even a Caltrain wrap. And then, what else is there? I believe they'll have like a opening by the fall or winter. They also provided an update on legislative and policy landscape. So at the state level, the governors may revise shows revenues are up, but the structural deficit remains. Let's see here. Co-sponsored. There was a co-sponsored bill, AB 211, which was sponsored by Diane Pappin, which focused on improving transmission planning, has advanced out of suspense and is ready to move forward. There's also intense focus on large loads such as AI and data centers and on cybersecurity and grid resilience. And let's see here, is there anything else? Impact. And I think that's about it. Yes, that's it.
Thank you, Dr. Rod, for that. Any other council committee reports? Okay, moving on to city council reports.
What's the difference?
Start with Vice Mayor.
I totally forgot what I did.
I can see your I can see your notebook. It's a lot.
No, it's not too much. If I go backwards, Children's Day. Children's Day. So I thought I will say every year that we have this event, this is the fourth year, it gets better. I think that the location, changing it into the tennis court area was a brilliant idea. It just keeps the tents from flying away. So it's a nice gathering. Yummy food, beautiful entertainment. I will say the mayor was there, as well as council members Jessalyn Manalo and Pam DiGiovanni. If I had to pick my highlight, because I know the rest of you might want to speak about it, I thought that seeing the children's excitement, there was so much to do, and getting our names written in Chinese, and the dancing and the music. So I thought that was great. The progress flag, we were all there. It was very heartfelt and a lovely event. The weather was nice. And dog park, the dog park ribbon cutting. Councilmember Jessalyn Manalo, myself, and the mayor, as well as city manager Rose Zimmerman, and I see smiles. Leilani, she brought the yummy food. Natalie was there. Denise was there. See what happens when you start naming people? Cameron was there. It was really nice, and I wanted to say thank you for the opportunity. I took my Lucy's, I took toys and clothing, and I was sharing and giving them out. I think one of my favorite parts where there was a gentleman with a little white dog. It was adorable. And I showed him this turquoise T-shirt. He goes, "Oh, it's her color." And he put it on her right away. So that was great. And I was impressed with the dog treats that was given out. There's Leilani. I don't know if you might want to mention the dog treats, and they were eating them up.
Yes, I'm trying to pull up the exact name, but it is a Daly City business in Westlake. It's
Oh, yeah, they're
I'm
good.
sorry to put you on the spot.
The bakery in
Paw
Westlake.
Pastries. Paw Patch Pastries in
Paw-
Westlake Shopping Center.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cute.
Made with wholesome, good ingredients.
They're cute.
So shop local, small businesses.
There you go. And I thought it was a really nice event. And there was many dogs of all sizes. And some people brought 2 and 3 dogs. But anyway, so I got the dog park and the ribbon cutting was really nice. Progress flag and Children's Day. I might have forgotten something, but city's always doing something wonderful. So thank you.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Councilmember Manalo.
Thank you, Mayor. I want to echo Vice Mayor mentioned about the dog park. I want to say huge kudos to you, Mayor, for leading that and making sure those happy dogs have their place there because they were definitely happy over there. There was a patch of grass, and when speaking with the owners, they literally said they know where the new part is because that's all where they hung out. And so that was just like a really wonderful break in between to be around those very sweethearts. Also, in the afternoon, Vice Mayor and Mayor, we were together at the Jefferson Adult School graduation. And, you know, it's always so wonderful to see those that are getting their GEDs, those that are graduating with English as a second language, and also the adult school graduates. Every year, it's always so special. And then also, I had held an event at Seafood City with for HPI Heritage Month to close out the month. And I want to say thank you to the One Myanmar Burmese cultural dancers that were there to grace us with their cultural dances. And then also, you know, representing Philippine dance, there was a dance of blessing called Sagayan. And that's actually part of the southern part of the Philippines in Mindanao. And I know as I say that, we are just sending lots of loves and prayers to what happened earlier this morning with the big earthquake. Also, our Daly City's own West Coast Lion Dance troupe with Tony and his whole group ended the festivities with firecrackers and a lion dance. Also with Mayor, we were able to go to Faleo's 15th? 15th, and I'll let him talk more about that because I know he's part of that 15th scholarship, I think, event celebration. And then the Progress flag raising was really wonderful, and to be making sure that we know that everyone is welcome in our city, as well as celebrating the beautiful seal. City manager, thank you for your creative idea instead of a blank gray wall to put that city seal up there. I think that was the first time we all saw it and we were there in a formal event. So thank you for that. And then also celebrated the Oceans Band's anniversary. And then, you know, SMC Leadership Corp, they had their 2026 cohort. So all the graduates, congratulations. It's a really wonderful program. They also received Nonprofit of the Year, where they really bring in the business, nonprofit, public sectors together to look at the issues in San Mateo County, and really find ways to work together. And so there have been numerous projects that have come out of that. I was invited to go to the 40th anniversary of the Pistas en Nayon, which is across in Vallejo, but it was their 40th anniversary holding this festival.
Wow.
In celebration of Philippine Independence Day. And so I want to thank the Vice Mayor Matalak for the invitation. And it was not Daly City weather there. Pretty warm already in the morning. But I do want to say thank you to Mayor Glenn for acknowledging my children who represented me because I was somewhere else, and giving them the opportunity to, step into their shoes and represent for Children's Day. So I want
So well behaved.
Oh, thank you, Vice Mayor. And then also on that day, I was able to go to San Mateo County Fair for their very first Family Pride Day Parade. And so, unfortunately, there wasn't enough funding to do the parade that you annually on San Mateo. And so they did a mini parade inside the county center going around the fairgrounds. Yeah, and so, a really joyous festivity together. And then I wanted to say congratulations to the 175th anniversary of St. Patrick's Church. That's in South of Market. Many of folks that live in Daly City, many of them started out in South of Market. Then when they were able to have enough money to buy a home, they moved over here. 175th anniversary for St. Patrick's Church. They are also one of the other churches that have a Tagalog Mass. And so that's where I was baptized and my first communion. And so was able to represent Mayor Daniel Lurie in a proclamation to the church that day. And then after, went to St. Augustine's Children's Choir. They did SACC on Broadway, and they are so talented. They will be going to Austria next year. And so they're going to do a fundraiser, and although it is next door to us in South San Francisco, we actually have a lot of Daly City youth that are part of that choir as well. And then also was able to do the Philippine baseball group and be a celebrity hitter. I told them my goal was to just hit the ball. And I had a 50% ratio. So you get 5 chances each time. I got 5 hits out of 10. So, and then who were there was Nump, Ginger from NBC Bay Area. It was also Franco Finn from the Warriors, SF Commissioner Al Perez, Gail Ramasanta from Larry the Musical. And then Mayor, both you and I were at a wonderful celebration in the Myanmar Thing Nhan Festival in Hayward. And that was just really wonderful to celebrate with One Myanmar in their annual festival with dance and food and being in community. And then lastly, I wanted to bring this up again. I think that I know it's in the works, but I'd really like us to look at our affordable housing and BMR policy in regards to the local preference. As we look at the population of Daly City and we look at the census numbers, the numbers have gone down. And so that just shows that people have been leaving. And, we're juxtaposed to San Francisco. And as far as that, I think that if there's a way for us to ensure our residents living in Daly City have the priority to the affordable housing that we built, it's just going to be a way where we sustain our residents and we're able to provide stability to our young families growing up. And then, yes, that is my last comment. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilmember Manalo.
Go ahead, Dr. Rod.
I have one. Or a few. Okay, so I attended the 35th anniversary of the Westlake School of Performing Arts. They had their gala, and I was able to present a really cool commendation to them. So thank you for inviting me and also mentoring my daughter in dance and performance, and the many youth that have been there that you've seen a huge turnover. Since 35 years, you have people that were there as children. Now they're returning as parents, and now they have their kids. Or they have certain youth that have gone abroad, honed their skills, now came back, and are now coaches and teachers. And I'm really appreciative to be part of that community of the Westlake School of the Performing Arts. So thank you to Miss Malou, his son Pat, their daughter, their younger, Pat's younger sibling Nakia, and the rest of the crew at WSPA. And then just a few announcements. We have a busy June. So Saturday, June 13th at the Pacelli Center, we have the Bayanihan Kamayan Feast, 5 p.m. to 8:30. More information on the Park and Rec Instagram page. Yeah. And then on Tuesday, June 16th, we have the Philippine flag raising here.
Yeah.
At, I believe at 11, is it 11 a.m.?
Yeah.
Yes. And then we also have another thing on Saturday, June 20th, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Pacelli Center, the Foggy Con.
Yeah.
So, Mayor, I'm pretty sure I'll see you there.
Yep. Sure.
I'm going to bring my son. He's all about that life, too. And so, hope to see you all out there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's great, Dr. Rod. Thank you so much. Wow. Pam?
I'll make mine short. What the vice mayor, like what she was talking about the Children's Day and how wonderful it was. And that I think you're right. I think this one was topped, Denise, and everyone that was there, the library, everyone, with giving away free books. And then the youth themselves, the youth committee, the Chinese Youth Committee, they had tables, and it was like more like an education. They had sayings or whatever you wanted to choose. Then you were able to practice writing, and which mine is not that great, but it gives you, opens up your mind to how the writing of a language is so important. And I like that the youth are presenting that so that maybe that will continue them, because a lot of us, when you're younger, whatever your native language is, then you lose it or you're not using it or what have you, because I know that most of us are speak English, but then you're like, like you need to speak that language, whatever the language is. And learning other languages besides, whatever your culture is, I think it's very important. They had a place where you can make a flag and then put whatever you want. So there are great tables, artists. They had the children draw art, and the food, of course, we all like the food. But I thought it was a great event, and then I'll save everything else to next time. But I did think that it was outstanding, and then the recreation always works well with youth anyway, and they were so helpful. They feel so supported. I think that the vice mayor could say that either, and the mayor, that they felt supported there. I think that was very important, very important. So thank you, Mayor.
And to tag on, Leilani, I'm sorry to put you on the spot. The food was provided by...
We had sponsorships from both Spicy House in Daly City and also Sweet Delights.
That's
and they're
important.
in San Francisco.
Yeah, so they could hear, but Spicy House.
Spicy House in Daly City.
The line went all around to the back, and everybody was so patient. I think at one point, didn't I tell the line was that big, and I said, "Do you want something?" And he goes, "No." We turned around, and it was like 100 people in line. But it was a great event, and they were very kind to do that.
Yeah, she always gives back.
Kudos, Denise. Kudos to all the departments
Yeah.
All the departments were great. Each table had like a competition on giving gifts and wheels and
Oh, yeah.
toys and, yeah, it was great.
It was great.
Anyway, sorry, thank you, I jumped on yours, yeah.
Thank you. I like to say ditto to mostly everything that everyone has said thus far. That's what happens when you go last, so I'll just give the highlights of what I see. I'll start off with the dog park. It was a long time coming, but it was done. But the highlight for me is one gentleman who went to the treats and he asked, well, what is that? And somebody says, peanut butter. So he picked it up and he ate it. And I guess you can eat dog food, but he ate it. And says, what it taste like? Says it tastes like chicken. So that was the highlight there, but it was a good time
my
at
goodness.
the dog park.
Oh, my goodness.
I was, we probably talked about this before, and that's the Shine event.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about it before, but I want to bring up the Shine and Gellert Park because today I received 2 videos that was done, I guess, from Denise Brown's crew, the video crew. And in addition, the memorial celebration that we had, and it's 3 videos, and they're posted on YouTube. And I've talked to staff already, and anytime I see any of those or I get certificates from staff, I say, oh, another masterpiece. So I'm very impressed with everything that happens, and it really makes us look good here. So thanks again to staff. Jefferson Adult School, you've already heard about that. I was there with the Vice Mayor and Councilmember Manalo, and it's really refreshing. People of all ages who have to work, but yet they work so hard to get that degree, and I have a lot of respect. I was at the Faleo event. I'm one of the founding members of Faleo, and they give scholarships 15 years in a row. And Faleo stands for Filipino American Law Enforcement Officers Association. And when I saw the recipients this year, I looked at was it 5 of them? I think it was 5 or 4. None of them were Filipino. So it goes to show that you apply for it, and if you succeed, race is not an issue. And I was just so impressed when I saw that. Pride flag raising, yes. Oh, okay. Then I had the opportunity to attend the ASEA Havana High Tea Ladies Luncheon over at the Lake Merced Golf Course.
Wow.
And when I walked in there, I said, wow, I don't know if I belong here or whatever. But when I see the guy walking in behind me and he's holding this big old piece of cardboard and he's donating $10,000.
Wow.
And if you don't know, they support the Shriner kids and
Yeah,
all
they
the
do.
ailments. They used to be on 19th Avenue in San Francisco.
Mhm.
Now they come out of Sacramento, and it's good to sit with them and speak with them. Flora Nichols was there from South San Francisco. And of course, a few people I used to work with a long time ago, but I guess they're Masons. But I don't know if Shriners, ASEA, are they Masons? I don't know, but it was a nice event, and I'm very happy to have had the an invitation to attend. So that's it for me for City Council.
I just
Pam?
one
Yeah.
small thing. Now that the chief is here, there was a gun buyback that our Daly City Police participated in
Yeah.
with the other agencies in the county, and I just want to thank them for always coordinating because it's not always easy to get the funding to do it on our own. So I want to thank the chief and our officers and PD to coordinating with the other agencies, and I heard it was a pretty good success. I can't remember the amounts of each type of weapon, but and it was on El Camino, I believe, El Camino, in South City. So thank you very much, Chief. Appreciate it. Proud.
Thank you, Pam, and thank you, Dr. Rod, for reminding the community about our first annual Foggy Con coming up on the 20th. I was so excited. I think I was one of the few first to reserve a table. I've got to get rid of my inventory. I got too much, so looking forward to it.
It'll be Pokemon.
All right, very good. All right, this time I'm not going to forget. I think one of the most important aspects of tonight's agenda is staff. Do you have any reports? He was waiting for me to say.
No, I'll keep it real brief. I want to say and acknowledge Shayla Anderson. A couple months ago, she brought up the remote holds for the library. That if we could bring it to the mid-cycle review, and to get that money in there. So that's how that came about.
Oh, thank you.
And then also like to thank the vice mayor for putting us in touch with the principal of the adult school, Bashir, is that correct?
Oh, yeah.
We're trying to get some meetings together between Joshua, him, and myself. So looking forward to that. That's it. That's my
Thank you.
report. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. All right. Let's move on to adjournment. And I'll first start off, Dr. Rod, you're going to have an extra one, regarding the other issue. So I'm going to start off with Council Member DiGiovanni for Nori Ventura.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Dr.
Sure.
Rod, as well. Yeah, so I was supposed to do this last time, but I guess timing is everything. The passing of, better known than Nori Ventura, he was born October the 18th, 1949, and he passed at May 15th, 2026. I won't read the whole thing, but I will highlight the things that I know personally. His wife, Flory, they were married for 55 years. And recently, while he was going through his illness, Flory shared that she said 54, and he was still able to correct her. No, we've been married 55 years. Both of them have a love of music, and then he always used to serenade his wife. Both talented. They were both born in the Philippines. He also had businesses in South City for numerous years until he retired when he became in the United States. After they married, they had 2 children. And the great thing about the celebration was it was a celebration of life at their home on the patio, which I thought was very personable. And there was a lot of music, people from all that walks of life that they've touched in whether it's the Holy Child St. Martin on Southgate, where Flory played sometimes, or other places in our community. And then with Father Francis and Father Ray for the services. It was really touching. So he will be truly missed. He was diagnosed in 2019, and they made a commitment. They didn't tell people until later, and that they traveled made sure they kept traveling. And I think that's something to say, just keep going, and until he was not able to go anymore. He was diagnosed with a rare form of leukemia. So he will be missed, and the music, as Flory says, it will continue and has blessed her life with the love and leaving the 2 children, and definitely be remembered. He attended a lot of events, and there are a lot of the family from the Philippines came as well. So, and a lot of her elementary friends came from the Philippines. They were living over here, of course, but they came to the services because they have long-term relationships, which says a lot about we know in our Filipino community. So we'll miss you, Nori. So thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you, Councilmember DiGiovanni, and I'll turn it over to Dr. Rod, please.
Thank you, Mayor. We have a couple of remembrances today. I just want to start off by just thanking the Vice Mayor, Perano, for bringing up this adjournment in memory for those that have been affected by the 7.8 magnitude earthquake in the Philippines. So I'm just going to read a quick statement.
Oh, yeah.
So as we adjourn in memory today, we also hold in remembrance the communities in southern Philippines recently struck by a powerful offshore earthquake. This 7.8 magnitude quake off the coast of Mindanao claimed dozens of lives, injured many more, and devastated homes and coastal neighborhoods, with families grieving loved ones lost to collapsed buildings, landslides, and the ensuing waves that reached nearby shores. In honoring those who have passed, we extend our deepest care to survivors who now face displacement, aftershocks, and the long work of rebuilding. And we recognize that the courage of first responders, health workers, and community organizations mobilizing relief and support. May our remembrance tonight affirm our shared humanity across oceans, and may it renew our commitment to stand in solidarity with the Filipino and Mindanao communities who carry both profound grief and enduring resilience. I don't know if anybody's been catching things on social media, but not just the earthquake, but the tsunamis that have swallowed these coastal communities. The next obituary is for my uncle Feliciano Garcia. My earliest memory of him, I was always like, "Mom, why is this guy so mean?" But it wasn't he was mean. It was just that he had a very stern, sometimes stoic, but I knew that he cared for his family. And for all the years I've known him, I was like, this guy always came with a green sports jacket, no matter what. It was like, he's from Ohio. He would come to Southern California and it'd be like 80 degrees. And I'm like, "Uncle, why are you still wearing this green jacket?" He's like, "It's my favorite jacket." I was like, "Is green your favorite color?" And he would say, "Yeah, because I love money. So you got to wear green because I love money." And so today he was buried today. And I just felt so sad that none of my family was able to make it out to Dayton, Ohio. So I felt like this is the best way to honor his life. So Feliciano Garcia, or better known as Uncle Pasing or Kenny to a lot of his friends and family. His story began on June 9th, 1937 in Tiong, Quezon, where he was born the eldest child of Alfredo and Perfecta Garcia. As a boy in the Philippines, he learned early what it meant to carry responsibility, to look after his younger siblings, and to honor the deep Catholic faith that shaped his family's daily life. His path as a healer was formed through years of rigorous study and quiet discipline. He received a Jesuit education at Ateneo de San Pablo, then continued under the Brothers of the Christian Schools at De La Salle College, completing his Bachelor of Science in Pre-Med. From there, he moved on to the University of Santo Tomas, where under the guidance of Dominicans, he earned his medical degree in 1966. Each step was not only a professional milestone, but part of a larger calling to serve others through medicine. Feliciano first practiced as a family doctor in his hometown of Tiong, caring for neighbors and community members who had known him all of his life. In July 1970, he took a leap of faith where he would change his story and stories of many others, where he immigrated to Dayton, Ohio to begin residency at Good Samaritan Hospital. It was there, in the busy corridors of the hospital, where he met a young physician, my auntie, Dr. Lolita Rania, who became the great love and partner of his life. He completed a year-long rotating internship and then a surgical year residency at Good Samaritan, and in 1972, his residency in pathology at the University of Cincinnati. He served in UC's pathology department from 1976 to 1978, honing his craft with the same quiet steadiness that marked everything he did. Eventually, he and Lolita returned to Dayton, not only to deepen their roots, but to build something together. Feliciano helped her establish her OBGYN practice, and side by side, they created a shared professional life. He opened his own medical laboratory so that their work could serve patients more fully and so that their schedules could bend towards the needs of their family. He remained at her side in that work until joint retirement in 2014. Along the way, he was an active member of the Montgomery County Medical Society and Ohio State Medical Board Association, respected by colleagues who saw his integrity and devotion firsthand. At the center of everything in Feliciano's life was his faith. He was a daily communicant at Emmanuel Catholic Church in Dayton, and he attained the rank of the 4th degree Knight of Columbus. Those who know him well Often see him quiet prayer before the blessed sacrament or kneeling in the front of Our Lady, lighting candles and speaking silently from the depth of his heart. His relationship with God was not only expressed in rituals, but in the way he loved his family and others with patience, humility, and constancy. Feliciano's greatest joy was his family. He and my Auntie Lal shared 53 years of marriage, walking together through challenges of immigration, medical training, parenthood, and illness. Their daughters, my Manang, Monica, and Elizabeth, were the light of his life. It was for them that he shaped his career in a way that allowed him to drive them to school, pick them up, and be present for the small everyday moments that became the true fabric of memory. His grandchildren, Charles or Alex, Keon, Claire, Luke, Caitlin, and James, brought a new kind of happiness into his later years, each one a reminder of what sacrifices had made possible. Feliciano's life was also deeply rooted in his large extended family. He is survived by his wife, my Auntie Lal, his daughters, Monica, with her partner Jeremy Hoban, and Elizabeth with Charles Aragon. There are 6 grandchildren, and he also leaves behind 6 siblings: Natividad Briones, Zosimo, Trifonia Gonzalez, Susana Cristobal, Alfredo Jr., and Edward, as well as numerous sisters and brothers-in-laws and nieces, great nieces and great nephews, and all of them carry their own memories of his kindness, humor, and steady presence. He now joins in eternal rest with his parents, Alfredo and Perfecta, his siblings who preceded him in death, Lucita Flores, Diononcio Garcia, and Elisa Sevilla. Their story, once intertwined on this earth, are reunited beyond it. In his final chapter, my uncle was cared for by the same tenderness he had longed for others, and the family extends our heartfelt gratitude to Pamela Berridge, Henry and Marivic Daxil, the Ferry family, Enrico, Merel, Rocco, Luca, and Anna. Also, my auntie Marinelia Marcia, my uncle Ernesto Rania, and many nurses and staff who provided compassionate care during his time at hospice. Above all, the family honors my Auntie Lal, who devoted herself tirelessly to his care through prolonged illness, embodying the vows they had made to each other decades before. And so on Sunday, May 3rd, 2026, at the age of 88, surrounded by the love that he had nurtured over a lifetime, my uncle, Dr. Feliciano, Uncle Fising, passed away peacefully at his home. His life was a long journey from young to Dayton, from eldest son to devoted husband, father, grandfather, physician, and man of faith. Those who love him carry his story forward in the ways they pray, care, and show up for one another, just as he did. Rest in peace, Uncle Pasing.
Thank you, Dr. Rod. Any others? All right, if we can all kindly please pause for a brief moment of silence. Okay, good evening, everyone.
Not sure.
Stay healthy, stay safe. This meeting is now adjourned.